All right, so the homework for tonight, this says practice day 1. List the factors of 15 and 24. Circle the prime factors. Okay, so my factors are 1, 15, 3, and 5 for 15. My factors for 24 are 1, 24, 2, 12, 3, 8, 4, and 6. Notice that I grouped together the multiples. The two numbers that I multiply, the factors that I multiply to make that number. So 1 times 15 is 15. Okay, so what are my prime numbers? Prime numbers are any number that is only divisible by 1 in itself. So I'm going to circle 3, 5. 1 is neither prime nor composite, so I don't circle 1. 2 is prime, so I'm going to circle 2. 3 is prime, so I'm going to circle 3. Okay. Number 2, it says compare 3/4 and 6/8, drawing a model. So I drew 2 models. I tried to make them look as close as possible. I split this one into fourths and the second model into eighths. And then I proved that 3/4 is equal to 6/8. Juan has been collecting pennies to donate to an animal shelter. He has 3 times as many pennies in a box as he has in a money jar. If there are 359 pennies in his money jar, how many are in the box? So this is how many he has in the jar, but he has 3 times as many as he has in his money jar. So it's going to be 3 times 359. So that gave me 1,077. Complete the table. If 1,000 grams equals 1 kilogram, then for 3,000, I'm going to get 3 kilograms. 5,000 grams to 5 kilograms. 7,500 grams is going to be 7.5 grams or 7 5/10 grams. 12 kilograms is going to give me 12,000 grams. 500 grams is going to give me half of a kilogram or 5/10. And 10,000 grams is equal to 10 kilograms. Day 2, Sarah wants to purchase a dog pen for her pet poodle measuring at least 24 square feet. Remember the formula for area, which is length times width. So in this case, if I have a 2 by 9, that would be 2 times 9, which would only give me 18 square feet. And 18 square feet does not equal, or it is not greater than 24 square feet. So no, she should not buy that pen. It's not big enough. Okay, so strategy 1 and 2, I used the traditional algorithm for the first one. For the second one, I used lattice. Okay, so I separated my 34 into 3 and 4, my 27 into 2 and 7, made my box. Then I split each box diagonally and I multiply. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 3 is 6. 7 times 4 is 28. 7 times 3 is 21. I added each diagonal box. 8 here just comes down. 8 plus 2 is 10 plus 1 is 11. Carry 1. 6 plus 2 is 8 plus 1 more is 9. And then I had 0 at the top. So 918 is my answer. Use 2 different strategies for the quotient. I have 254 divided by 6. So my first strategy I'm going to use is area model. So I write out my number 254. And this is very similar, parents, to Singapore math, where we use lots of boxes. We'll be doing a lot of this school year. So I have 254. And now I'm going to think about it. So 6 times 4 gets me to 24. So 6 times 40 is 240. So I'm going to take 240 out of 254. So that gave me 40. So now I subtract that and I'm left with 14 total. So when I think about it, actually this is wrong. This should be a 12 here. I took 12. Okay, so now I'm left with 14 and 2 because I'm going to have, not 14, I keep saying 14, 12 and 2, which equals 14. So now 6 can go into 12 out of the 14 that's left 2 times, and then I'll end up with 2 left over. So that gives me 40 plus 2, which is 42, remainder 2. Okay, so now I'm going to do partial quotient. So again, I think of 6 going into 25, that's 4 times, but that would be 24. So instead of just multiplying it by 4, I'm going to multiply it by 40 to give me 240. That leaves me with 14. 6 can go into 14 2 times. So that gave me 12. I subtract and I have 2 left over, remainder 2. So I add up my partial quotients. I have 40 plus 2, which gives me 42, remainder 2. Okay. The number graph, I think it is pretty easy to follow a number line, I'm sorry. So I start with 0, end with 1, and now I split up my number line. Half of my number line, 1/4, 3/4. So then I use my symbols to compare. 1/2 is greater than 1/4, 3/4 is less than 1, and 1/2 is greater than 0. Have a great day.